So with the whole Helldivers situation, Sony obviously released Helldivers about 3 months ago, roughly, give or take. And that entire time, they did not mandate that you link your Steam account to PlayStation, as they don't mandate with any of their games, by the way, to link your Steam account to PlayStation Network. And then all of a sudden, on May 3rd, I believe it was, they decided to say that, this was always supposed to be mandatory. The grace period has expired, and now you will have to link your account in order to play the game moving forward. And they're going to give people who didn't, the people who didn't buy the game yet, they have to do it immediately after they buy it. The people who already did buy it have 30 days to do it. Otherwise, they won't be able to play anymore. Obviously, this sent a massive shockwave through the entire internet, to the point where in 24 hours, now you guys can chime in after this, in 24 hours, there is over 122,000 negative reviews in Steam in 24 hours. Take it away. Go ahead. Whoever wants to chime in.
I just want to ask everybody on the panel, where were you when you woke up and saw Grums retweet that? Because that's where I found it. Grums retweeted them, and I saw it. I was fresh off of beating some cheeks the previous night. So I need
of course
to know
you were.
where you guys were.
Ryan, did that hurt?
I just woke up.
Fuck you, Will.
My arm around someone. I woke up. She was asleep. I turned over, opened up my phone at like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. It might have been a little bit later than that. And I'm like, I rubbed my eye. I was like, Grums, what the fuck you talking about? No,
you know what's crazy? I actually have a video of the lady he clapped cheeks. Hold on. I just saw it. I saw it on Twitter.
What's his name?
This is what he did to her. I told you, you got to watch these snow bunnies, man. Look at what he did. Look at what he did to this girl, bro. Look at this.
Oh no. He's like, shut up, baby. Grums is talking.
What the hell is she doing?
I don't know, but white people are not okay. That's all I want to show. Anyway,
Hey, that's not true.
I'm fine.
I don't want to be trans anymore. Can I identify as a different race instead? I'm tired of being white. Like,
absolutely.
You can hear whatever.
I scrolled through Twitter, and that's what I saw. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
I love Twitter, bro. It's where I get all the news, man. That shit is crazy.
Question,
everyone gets the news now. I think that's why so much
question for Alex. Since you were in the industry, I mean, what do you make of all this? Just out of curiosity, like, what is your genuine like feel on
a bunch
everything?
of things. I have like a lot of things coming out. Like you'd be asking, like when I saw this happening, it's just like if you've been inside the situations, immediately what's going on. And it typically means that there is a shit show behind the curtain. It means that someone haven't wrote the right email to someone dropped the ball in the marketing messaging, someone doing a great job, community managers being not fucking informed, about all of this hassle. It's like nobody knows nothing, like no one's responsible for nothing, some committee decision somewhere. And then it just starts to gain the critical mass of momentum of fucking madness, and very quickly goes out of control. And I think that from my point of view, it really reminds me in some sense situation with Unity, if you remember that, about the change of conditions and stuff. Like internal industrial jokes being kind of like, did they hire a Unity director or something? Like what the fuck's going on? Because like it was managed so badly from the marketing point of view and from the communication with the community. And like situation with the community managers starts to get baffling at this point. I just don't understand why people who are supposed to understand that they are there at a not very high level role, but specifically to provide communication and to be of service to the customer, all of a sudden decide that they can feed customers with dicks basically on the Twitter. I mean, like it's just very unprofessional. It's like my analogy is that you go to the groceries, you go into the store, and immediately the person who sells shit, they're like, "Oh fuck, this guy again," like what? Like what's going on? Yeah. You just get dissed for nothing, like by this person. I mean, like, and that was completely unprofessional. The way it was dealt by the community management, mind you, again, a person who has only 3 things that they're supposed to do, basically, like not very complex, right? First of all, you organize the dialogue in between developer and the community.
Joe Biden.
Second one, mitigation of a conflict.
Create
Third one,
context.
you know, like you basically you're a glue for all of the shit's going on, and you're dealing with the tickets where customers complaining, you know, like are not satisfied. Outside of those 4 things, leave all your personal shit at home. You know, just
I mean,
deal
that's
with
the core problem of
being made.
everything in every medium. Leave your personal shit at home. It used to be called professionalism. It doesn't exist anymore.
Right? It's a joke.
Right.
You know,
Well,
like,
that's why I made this meme. I made this meme for that specific community manager. Because
yeah, well, that was
this community manager Spitz. This is the one that just flat out
Which
was like,
ironically enough was the lube that was used for this photo with some spits, so we went in real rough. Like
This is lube.
so this one I was kind of like, yeah, well, talking to Corrosion when I saw this one on the feed, like a Hypnotic not holding his breath, and he's like, oh, you like him, he's cool. I'm like, yeah, I see, you know.
You know what I find interesting? I find it interesting that Sony would force them. Like, if you're Sony, you're supposed to be the one to send this fucking message out. Why would you make the developer?
Because it's safe. No, dude, I can comment on that. I can tell you that every publisher marketing department tried to put developer at the front end because they know that the gamers like developers more than publishers in general.
That's fucked up.
It's what they do.
So
throws them under the bus so the publisher doesn't have to take the blame.
Because in my mind, if I invested, now to be fair, Sony doesn't own this developer, right?
Kind of not, you know, like, but if you're like,
well, usually
I'm thinking from my point of view. From my point of view, if I own the developer and I own this IP, I don't want this brand damaged. So if I know I'm going to put out a message like this, I want to put Sony or PlayStation's name on it so that we can take the brunt of the blow. I'm PlayStation. What you niggas gonna do? You gonna sell your PlayStation? Fuck out of here, no.
Yeah, but those people don't associate themselves with the brand that much, and what you're saying is how it should be, right? In an ideal world, but like in the reality, in the real world, there is this middle level manager who's making decision about this specific press release, and it's either they can take hit and responsibility for it, or they can throw it at the developer, and therefore mitigate potential risk of the backlash in the corporate hierarchy, right? You know,
right.
I love having you here for clearing that up.
But speaking of clearing things up, I actually got a question for you, Alex, that also you might relate to this. So someone in one of my comments said that the reason Sony is doing this is that they will actually look better for their if they can force all these Steam users to sign up for PSN, it looks better for Sony's shareholders, and it's purely a financial move that there is to look good on paper. Is that something that you've seen in the industry? Is that normal?
It's a collateral plus. I mean, like everyone trying to increase the number of audiences and stuff. But it's the problem is that by this move, Sony creates a lot of moot accounts. It's basically people who just went out registered to play the Helldivers and other games. They don't own the console. They not gonna use it. But on reporting, it's gonna be plus million accounts basically. It means someone's getting the promotion, someone's getting the bonus. It looks better. And they need to make it look better because, like we need to keep in mind that Sony's earning call report is basically 15th of May. It's in about a week. And most probably because it's happening everywhere because of the macroeconomic situation, people stop buying hardware. People stop buying consoles. Microsoft recently reported minus 30% on the hardware. It means that they most probably would not meet their hardware goals, and they need to compensate it with something. Because otherwise the heads would roll. You know, like it's so people need to cover their asses.
It goes down the ladder, basically.
It's like Disney having like sock puppet accounts on Disney Plus just for 1 month subscriptions to watch one event or something like that.
But the worst part of this is it's a self-sustaining system. It's a circle jerking, basically. You know, like is that where people produce data, put this data on report, show it to shareholders. Everyone knows it's bullshit, but everyone makes a visage, you know, like of a good play. And everyone like are making up, you know, like their opinion that this is like fine, but in reality, these are not paying users, you know, like everyone understands that. Yeah.
So you mentioned hardware is not selling, which is at least for Microsoft and Sony is absolutely. I think Nintendo still kills it in hardware sales, but why is that the case? Like it's very obvious it's not selling, but why?
It's selling worse. I mean, like it's just what people are missing is that economy is in shit basically. Like everything is more expensive. Like it's like if you will go for groceries and for the to a pop for a beer, like if you're smoking, I'm quitting smoking. Cigarettes are too fucking expensive. You know, like cigarettes are 18 pounds in England now. You know, like 17.
Oh my god, how bad it is now. I haven't been there.
Yes,
Like-
taxation is a bitch. I'll
Right.
just say that. And
Right?
yes,
I mean, like,
It's about $4 a
I'm
week.
gonna start trapping. I'm buying all my cigarettes over here in America. And
Yeah,
I'm going
I mean,
to
like-
UK to sell them.
so what's going on is that people, because the rent is more expensive, everything's more expensive, right? You know, like, and what's going on is that at a time of financial anomaly, when everyone had like much more of a disposable income, people were buying more shit, and corporate people were like, all right, we can sell them whatever we show them, basically. And now, because like situation got a bit more harsh, people are starting to calculate money, and people are like opening their wallets. They're looking like, and they choose how to spend those dollars, basically. And customers getting smarter because you have less purchasing capability, you know, like in general. And companies know that. And hardware is a massive purchase. Is like consoles, like what, like $400, $500, $600, right? You know, like it's not like you just go and buy it for a lot of people. And that's why hardware just goes down, you know, like at this point. And this is the reason why these big companies go for the cross-platform sales, is they need to compensate somehow on the for losses in the hardware. And
that makes sense.
this is a lot of a reason, you know, like why a lot of this hectic and panic moves are going on, basically. Is, you know, this meme about the Starship Troopers, like it's afraid, you know, like
Yeah.
corporate is afraid at this point. Because like money lost a lot of faith into gaming in general. The sentiment about games being invincible because of COVID is gone. No one believes that shit anymore.
Oh, 100%.